mid-afternoon Devos.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. Yeah, I think there's a place for
lateness.
Later than never. That's okay. What are you drinking today?
Oh, I have another beautiful eggnog latte.
Cheers, mate. Eggnog, Farmboy eggnog. There's something about it. I know that we usually buy more than one at a time. And I know that was it yesterday? You looked in the fridge and went, oh my goodness. And I know what you were saying.
You drank
I can't help it. That glass bottle and I just start chugging and right from the bottle. I don't even use a glass.
I'm going to do what we did
before. 2/3. I think I left about that much.
When the kids were little, we would put our names on
chocolate milk liters. Yeah.
They had their own chocolate milk liter because we drink differently.
We drink different.
Some of us would like a little bit of chocolate milk all week.
Is that an addiction shot at me? Is that
No, I'm just saying we drink differently.
Alcohol shaming? Like because I'm chugging?
We're different.
It's okay. I understand.
Not wrong, just different.
Are we going to be doing morning Devos next week?
No.
You're going away. Do you want to talk about that?
No, I don't.
You don't want to talk
when I get back.
If you get back, we will talk about it.
But I can't because I won't have a phone.
Or tights. Or anything. We're not going to talk about it.
Going on a retreat.
You will be missed.
You told me last night, actually, that I wouldn't be missed, that you were really looking forward to the break.
You will be missed. Our hearts will miss you every day, every morning. You will be missed. Mm-hmm. But a week is very quick.
Who says I'm coming back after a week?
Yeah, maybe they'll lock you down after.
I might find a nice hotel somewhere along the way and just
hide out, be on the run
from
your
except that I have
hard
to use
done
a credit
by
card,
life.
So
your hard done by life here.
You'll probably be able to trace me because I have no cash or bank card.
How about you read, because it's November the 20th? Fine. I think I've read a few in a row.
Wants and needs.
Needy wants.
How come we can't see any comments? There's not that I can't see any comments. There is no comments. There's the chat. Hi. No one's there, but I just want to say hi anyway.
Yeah, there's somebody
there. So many of us have been brainwashed to think that we can't have what we want in life. This is the belief of the martyr. It is born of deprivation and fear. Identifying what we want and need, then writing it down, sets in motion a powerful chain of events. It indicates that we are taking responsibility for ourselves, giving God and the universe permission to supply our wants and needs. That the belief that we deserve to have a change in character, a relationship, a new dimension to an existing relationship, a possession, a certain level of health, living, loving, or success is a powerful force in bringing that desire to pass. Often when we realize that we want something, that feeling is God preparing us to receive it. Listen. Trust. Empower the good in your life by paying attention to what you want and need. Write it down. Affirm it mentally. Pray about it. Then let it go. Give it to God and see what happens. The result may be better than you think. Today, I will pay attention to what I want and need. I will take time to write it down, and then I will let it go. I will begin to believe that I deserve the best.
That's good.
It's Rob Mitchell.
Hey, Rob Mitchell. How you doing?
Hi.
My brother, Rob. I think it's important to really understand the difference between wants and needs. And I think it's important to ask. And I've learned this in being a leader in ministry is like we actually have to ask. And the Bible says you have not because you ask not. And so I think our Heavenly Father wants communication, wants a conversation, and just these are my wants and my needs. I know that some of them are frivolous, but my need is that my character be changed. Can you do that? I can't do that. And then my need is I need another pug in my life. A need is new dishes, or a need or a want is a new computer or a Mini Cooper that we
almost bought but aren't going to
because it's a want and not a need.
And I don't, as much as I would like to have a cute little zippy car, there is nothing in me that has an inclination to work yet.
And then I like how they thought the martyr has a belief that they're not worthy of anything. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's important to write it down. I think it's important to pray. I think you can, like, I know being in ministry, I know that there was times that we went to like a conference, Promise Keepers, mm-hmm. and it's all day. And we're bringing like 15 people and no one really has money and I have to buy them lunch. And so I remember asking a man, I said, would you want to help buy lunch? And he's like, yeah, for sure. How many people? I'm like, 15. And he was more than happy to buy the whole lunch for everybody. Oh. But he didn't know that there was a need that was able to be filled by him. You know, $150 wasn't a big deal to him.
Could have packed ham sandwiches in a suitcase.
Could have packed ham sandwiches in a suitcase.
Which is what you're
Nana and Pop. That was that's a Ruby thing.
Do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that it's a lesson that I learned. I remember being somewhere and like thinking, oh wow, their house is so nice. A little bit over, a little bit extravagant as far as like compared to mine. And then I remember that person telling me a story about a friend of hers who, and I didn't say anything, like I didn't comment, but she just was telling me like, yeah. And then my friend was like saying something about my towels and like how like, oh, it's so nice that you have nice towels. And then she was like, why would you not buy nice towels? Like, why would you not buy new towels? If your towels are really old and like ratty and falling apart and stained, like surely you can make a budget and like put new towels in your budget. And I remember thinking like, yeah, maybe. And then not long after that, we wound up making a budget.
So, and does that come under the pretense of not having the value of having nice stuff?
Right.
Because on the addiction side, my addiction spends all the money. So that there's no room for nice stuff and that I don't even have the value for that. I don't really care about towels.
But I don't think that example is necessarily specifically about having nice stuff, but actually about recognizing like, what am I coveting and why am I coveting? And what are my priorities and how am I? So once we made a spending plan, we like to call it instead of a budget, and then got an allowance and then had like a household envelope and saw like money accumulating in the household envelope. And it was like, remember those first 6 months of the spending plan were so hard, but then afterwards there would be money in the household envelope. And
there's so much freedom.
When I saw that, like, yeah, our bath towels are super ratty. I remembered hearing that woman's voice in my head. And I thought, yeah, I think new towels are going to be, and then those towels got downgraded to, like ratty towels and
the dog foot
towels. And so it's not like everybody has to have beautiful towels or I need to fill my house with beautiful things. It's totally not about that. Actually, it's much better if I don't go shopping.
But even the budget itself is actually giving your money to God.
It really was. It really was.
And it's like having a fitness program. It's having a food program. It's having a budget program. It's time calendar. It's actually like, this is the best. I'm planning this with God. What will you have me do and be and where? And then how do you want the best for me? And then doing that is just giving it to God.
And we have a value for eating out. We have a value for
an affinity for food.
But we also have a value for like being able to eat out and being able to pay for other people sometimes. And so that's something that for us, like we don't buy a new car. We don't have car payments. We didn't,
You don't really go on vacation. Yeah. It's more of
we don't really go on vacations.
Little getaways.
And we don't really care. I care.
You care sometimes.
Sometimes.
Because those could be the wants. When I focus on the wants and I see everybody's Instagram or Facebook and I see all the destinations they're going to, it invokes that jealousy of like, well, why can't I do that?
It was really hard to say no to the Mini Cooper though, because that felt like a really good deal. Like, what a good price, and oh my goodness, what a good opportunity, and then just realizing
it was a good price, and it was a third of the price of what it should be, but then you put safety and taxes, and then you make a good decision of like, no, it's not worth doing.
Even then, it's still a good price, but compared to the zero that we planned on spending, that's what I had to really weigh.
Zero to
and then another thought process for me too was like, EI is running out soon. and I haven't really decided what comes afterwards. And so I
Nothing.
don't want that extra pressure.
Who knows what's going to come?
Yeah.
We'll see.
So sometimes
We'll
wants,
catch up to you next week. See what's happening.
Sometimes wants definitely go on the back shelf, and we can convince ourselves that they're needs.
Oh, so very easily. And then I can be obsessive about it. And when I start to get obsessive, that's when I start to need relief. And I go to drinking or I go to bad behaviors. And the end game is always using.
Well, for me, I could easily create like chaos in my head because I do get into the obsessive thinking too. And then if I'm spending unwisely, then I'm going to create its own chaos, and then a new anxiety for me of like this pressure of like, oh, how are we going to pay our bills? Because now we have this and this and this. And so now I've overextended. And when I started so I am doing a workshop, like a step group that's going to last like 26 weeks. And she said to us at the beginning, if you're going to commit to this, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of homework. Don't make any big decisions. Like don't get a dog or sell your house or get a new job or all this stuff. And I was just buy
a Mini Cooper.
I think that actually buying a car comes into that category of like, I'm actually not supposed to be making any new decisions because this is something that I committed to. These next 6 months are going to look like this. And so.
There you go. Good decision. Way to meditate upon the Lord. I'm hanging right now. I'm like, okay. Have a great week away.
Thank you.
May the Lord keep you and guide you and light your inner being more than it already is.
Thank you.
We all say goodbye. All right. Have a great weekend. It's only Friday. Feels like Saturday. Have a great weekend. Hockey sticks in hands. Keep your distance and wash your hands. We will see you. I don't know when we'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow. I might try to do something with Josh. Me and Josh reading codependent books. Who knows? Have a good afternoon, Rob.
Good to see you, Rob.